I'm Greg Tucker. We're so glad you're here. Hey, listen, if you're ever in Southern California, we would love to have you join us for one of these gatherings live. We meet 10 o'clock every Sunday morning at 250 East Center Street in Anaheim's beautiful downtown community center. But until then, enjoy today's service. We're glad you're here.
Good morning, Hope. Good morning. How are you doing? A little bit of a light service today. We've got a little bit different setup. We're a little thin on the roster this morning, but that's okay. We hope that everybody had a wonderful Christmas, and if you're anything like my family, you will continue to have a wonderful Christmas today. So, Travis and Alicia are on vacation, and so I again had the privilege and honor of leading us in worship. So we're going to open with a pretty powerful song here. So if you wouldn't mind standing with me to worship. in the back, and give a handshake, a hug, or a high five to one another, and tell someone you love them, and we'll be back up shortly.
Good morning, Hope. Can you guys hear me? I think I can hear myself. Good morning, everybody. Hi. I'm going to be kind of quick with announcements today because I got to get back with the kiddos, which is going to be my first announcement. So for those of you who have kids, and those who are watching who have kids, we are starting a new theme the next couple weeks. And it's a day at the museum, so it's really kind of cute. I was really excited about this week, and I want to do the museum. So that starts this week, and then we'll keep going on for the next couple weeks to 4 weeks. Just a reminder that we do have groups. We have women's that meet every first and third Mondays from 7 to 9. Addresses are going to be in your worship guide. We have for men the second and fourth Mondays from 7 to 8:30. For moms, we've got MOPS the first and third Tuesdays. And for teens, every second, fourth Mondays from 7 to 8:30. First Wednesdays is going to start next week. It's going to start the January 5th. So that's really exciting. It's kind of where we make hot dinners for the homeless community. So that's really exciting. And it's through the Elimination of, can't pronounce words, Foundation. We're going to pass that. And then the other announcements we have is we still need some help. Work options are Monday, December 27th, and Tuesday, December 28th from 6 to 8 p.m. for a Bag of Hope. And I will assume Penny will go more into detail about that. So I'm not going to go too much into that, but just know the dates are pretty much tomorrow and Tuesday. And also we have multiple ways of giving tithes. So for those of you again who are watching, you guys can do Venmo, which again, I'm going to emphasize this as last time. If you don't have Venmo, you should get Venmo. It is really easy, and I love it. So you have, you go online, yourtithe.com, offering plates, giving at the kiosks in the bag, and then also, like I said, Venmo. Happy belated Christmas to everybody. I'm so excited you guys made it. Hurrah to us. And I will see you guys later. Go with the kids. Bye, guys.
Well, happy December 26th, everyone. I'm coming to you in kind of a unique way this morning in my office because today's service, well, you know how sometimes everything just falls apart? That was us this morning. As far as filming and recording are concerned, at least, there could not have been more glitches. We're thankful that we can, kind of adapt in this way. I realize you've had that experience in your life, so you know what it feels like. But for us, thankfully, what happened, regarding the cameras and the sound and all, did not in one way diminish the presence and the power of the Holy Spirit from that service. It was wonderful. Brian Wright did an amazing job leading us in worship, at least some of which we captured. And then, as we sometimes do in the first service of the new year, we passed around a microphone and gave people the opportunity to stand and give a word of testimony. And I cannot overstate how beautiful and sacred and meaningful that was. I wish we could share that with you. Next time, I promise. But I do want to give a glimpse of our Christmas concert just several evenings before, when our worship team and our gifted technicians touched the hearts of a full house. Watch this. Man, isn't that great? Well, I hope this morning you have survived December 25th. We did. But now that Christmas is over, at least from a worldly perspective, after exchanging gifts and everything, now comes that all-important next step. Do you know what it is? It's telling people thanks for what they've given you. Whether it's a gift, their time, their friendship, their love, letting them hear those words, thank you, is oh so important. The Hope family certainly blessed Penny Reno and me with a nice card and extremely generous gift, which was, stand by, huh? And I understand that gift was based off of a generous offering from you. And I want you to know that kind of thing is never expected. And frankly, do you know most pastors don't get anything like that? And yet we are aware of your love throughout the year. And so no matter how it comes, it always means a lot. So thank you. Saying those words is important, isn't it? But here's the thing. Sometimes, even though we know we need to do it, we know we should do it, we forget. Perhaps we just wait too long until the intention has passed away and the whole thing sort of slips our mind. Or maybe sometimes it's because we've received so many cards or gifts or kind actions, whatever it is, that we're just overwhelmed with gratitude. And in that, we don't express our appreciation. It's almost never that we're not appreciative. We are, aren't we? But it's easy to never get around to actually saying it. Well, in the Christian faith, there's nothing quite as wonderful, quite as powerful as saying a public thank you to the Lord for all He's done for us. And this morning, we gave our people that unique public opportunity to do just that. We also gave them some guidelines to kind of direct, so to speak. We call them the ABCs of testifying. The A is for audible. It can't be heard if it's not said, right? And you know, other people will also be encouraged in their faith by hearing how God has been working in your life. So the A is audible. We need to say it. The B is a natural follow-up to that, and that is brief. I remember many years ago doing testimony services, especially at youth camps or things I would speak at, and almost everyone that got the microphone just got this instant call to preach and wanted to go on and on and on and on, and I think that's wonderful. But in a public setting, you know, this isn't an opportunity to tell your life story or anything like that, or to read something I read in a book the other day that I want to share. No, it's just a few sentences from our heart, spoken audibly and given briefly. And the C of the equation, Christ focused. We're wanting to glorify the Lord, aren't we? We're wanting to give Him thanks. So let's focus on that. Not so much what the church means to you, not so much what the pastor means to you. Oh, that's never a bad thing. Just kidding. But or what some individual has done, but really Christ focused, audible, brief, and Christ focused. And here's a starting point on how to give a testimony, a word of testimony. It begins just like this. Today, I would like to thank God for ... I know there are some things, aren't there? I want my last words to be this challenge. Share your testimony. Audibly, so others can hear it. Brief, just succinct. And Christ-focused. Share your testimony with someone. Maybe with anyone. And if you can't find someone, or even if you can, you know what? I'd like to hear it too. Our church leaders would as well. And so you can right now, just email a few words of what God has done for you, what He's meant for you, the difference He has made in your life to info@hopecca.com. We'll be glad you did. The Lord will be blessed by it. And your faith will be strengthened as you remind and reiterate all that God has done and is doing for you.
So at this time, I know one thing at this church I've always found kind of nice is you're not required to stand. Sometimes worship takes a form of not standing, maybe not even singing, just going through the words in your head, or maybe you've got something on your mind that is getting to you. But I will remind you that take this time to worship, however you see fit. If you want to stand, if you want to dance, if you want to shout and try and sing over us up here, seriously, go for it. There have been times where I've heard you guys sing, and there's like no better sound to me than when I can hear everybody else singing out here. Because most of what I hear is coming out of the speakers. So do whatever you need to do. Stand, sit, kneel, prostrate yourself in front of God. Do whatever you need to do. Okay? Let's worship. your name is power, breath of living water, such a marvelous mystery. Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. All creation I sing praise to the King of Kings. You are the everything, holy, 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 Son of God Almighty, who was and is to come. All creation I sing praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything. You know, one thing that I heard in the testimonies today is God's love. And when I was picking out these songs, most of you know, some of you know, but most of you know, I don't lead this shindig on Sunday mornings usually. So I had, and this is the first time I picked out the songs, and I just picked out songs that I knew. But then I picked out this song. I realized I didn't know it that well. I didn't know it as well as I thought I did. I hear it on the radio, and it's a fantastic song, but I didn't know it as well as I thought I did. So I really had to practice harder on this song than the others. And what it did is it got me into the lyrics. And a lot of you probably know this song. It's a very popular song. And I realized after hearing the testimonies today, I didn't pick this song out. There was no coordination, but this song is so descriptive of how immense and powerful God's love is for us, and how He doesn't quit, and how He loves us no matter what. And so I'm a crier too, so I usually don't have to lead, so I can just kind of take my mouth off the mic and cry a little bit. But so let's cry together. All right, here we go. Just for me. glad I didn't know that song as well as I did. So, go with peace, go with love, and go with hope. And we'll see you all next week. God bless.